Good evening, I'm Kate Freeburn in Adelaide. Tonight, elderly citizens urged not to give in to a siege mentality as the hunt continues for the killers of Anne Redman. The heat is on. Sweltering weather puts South Australian emergency services on alert, and the Redbacks secure a grand final for the Adelaide Oval.
This is the 10 Evening News with Kate Freeburn.
Good evening. The murder of 87-year-old Seacliff woman Anne Redman has brought a plea to the elderly not to change their lifestyles. The Victims' Rights Commissioner says the killing shouldn't create unnecessary anxiety among older South Australians.
10 News.
Summer has turned up the heat. Temperatures across the state have soared into the high 30s and even 40s, with more scorching weather to come. Reporter Jo Hill joins me now. Jo, just how hot was it today?
Well, Kate, our official maximum today was 37.1 degrees. Now that is slightly down on the forecast maximum of 39 degrees, but I think we can all agree it has been a very warm day indeed. Now the Bureau hasn't changed their forecast for tomorrow. They say we're still on track for a 42-degree day. Now that's prompted several fire bans to be put in place across the state, and it's also prompted a timely reminder from the ambulance service for people just to be a bit sensible as we head into this hot spell.
With the temperature rising, the 2 degrees.
Now, Kate, with the return to school on Monday, the Department of Education says most schools will only be running a half day as it is. They're not expecting many disruptions to be caused by the heat. However, they have told parents that it is still a school day and that they shouldn't be tempted to keep the little ones home just because of the weather. Back to you.
Thanks, Jo. Jo Hill reporting. Queenslanders are bracing for yet another severe weather hit. Coming up, flights to Bali to resume after delays caused by a volcanic eruption, and a travel warning for Australians after fiery riots in Egypt. Sophisticated people smuggling syndicates are reportedly operating across Australia. Mark Aston joins me now with Sports Tonight. And Mark, the Adelaide Oval set to host a grand final.
Yes, that's right, Kate. Hi folks. The Redbacks scored a 5-wicket win against Victoria in their 2020 match, finishing on top of the table, meaning, as Kate said, they will host the final next Saturday. And Andy Murray into his second Australian Open final, but will injury hinder his chances? Hi folks, first up in sports tonight, the Australian Open Women's Final. World number 3 Kim Clijsters will start a very hot favourite against China's Li Na in just over an hour. Reporter Roger Aldridge is at Melbourne Park. Roger.
Yes, Clijsters will indeed start a short-priced favourite, but if form suggests anything, it's that Li Na should perhaps be leading the betting. These two met just a fortnight ago in the final of the Sydney International, and it was China's Pocket Dynamo who was victorious there. If she can continue...
And the Blues are just hours away from their first major international final, the Asian Cup decider against Japan. Obviously, we wish them all the very best. That wraps up sport. Kate will be back with all of the weather details after the break.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at Adelaide's weather now. Our top was 37.1 degrees at 10 to 2 this afternoon. Our low of 18.5 came at 6:30 this morning, and right now it's 33 degrees. Interstate tomorrow, storms are forecast for Perth, Darwin, Townsville and Alice Springs, and thunderstorms in Broome. Expected maxima here in South Australia range from 37 in Mount Gambier up to 46 in Ceduna. For the outer metropolitan area, Elizabeth is expecting 43 degrees, very hot, 37 in Murray Bridge and 41 for both Mount Barker and Noarlunga. On local waters, northeasterly to northwesterly winds at 10 to 15 knots and seas rising to 1 metre. The state forecast for tomorrow includes an extreme heat warning for most parts of the state. A fire weather warning is also current with a total fire ban for these areas. Looking at Adelaide now, a very warm night ahead, down to 26 degrees. Then a scorching top tomorrow of 42. Looking ahead, it will stay hot for the start of next week with 41 degrees on Monday. Temperatures dropping back to 30 on Tuesday, then heating up again on Wednesday and Thursday before we see some showers developing at the end of next week. A cast of Adelaide identities has teamed up for a pantomime at the Town Hall, raising funds for flood relief. Opposition leader Isabel Redman frocked up as the Queen of Hearts, joining dozens of sporting and media personalities on stage. Our very own Mark Haston and Belinda Hagen hosted the show. Jane Riley starred as Sleeping Beauty and Rebecca Morse Alice in Wonderland. The event raised over $100,000 for Queensland's flood victims. That's the news for now. Thanks for your company. Join us for more Adelaide news tomorrow night at 6. Good night.